Former Buckeye quarterback C.J. Stroud in the shoe for this one against Penn State. Second quarter game tied at 3. Ohio State deep in Penn State territory. Kyle McCord under pressure. Ball comes free. Fumble. Curtis Jacobs scoops it, takes it all the way to the end zone. But this series seemingly always turns on defensive scores. But there's a flag on the play. Holding on the Nittany Lions. So Ohio State still with the ball late in the drive. Buckeyes on the 2. Mayan Williams breaks the plane as Ohio State reclaims the lead. Jump ahead to the second half. Now a 10-6 lead. Ohio State at Penn State 2. 4th and goal. Completion to Carnell Tate. But the freshman wrapped up short of the goal line. Penn State ball. And then after an OSU muffed punt, Penn State great field position. But look at that defense coming through. JT Tuamaloa wraps up Drew Aller. Then the ensuing drive, 3rd down, Kyle McCord to who else? Marvin Harrison Jr. over the middle. Touchdown Ohio State. That makes it 20-6. Harrison 11 catches, 162 yards. Penn State gets a late touchdown, but Ohio State wins this one 20-12 to remain undefeated.
Ohio State used a simple formula to beat Penn State for the 7th year in a row. You start with the best wide receiver in college football, Marvin Harrison Jr. A suffocating defense. You throw in a crowd that could only be described as electric, and the Buckeyes get their second top 10 victory of the season.
The other team, with their false starts and stuff like that, them getting off track, it was a huge part. I'm thankful for our fans. We got the best fans in the land. So.
With Emeka Egbuka dressed but not playing, you knew Penn State was going to try and take away Marvin Harrison Jr., but he still had 11 catches for 162 yards. 10 of those grabs were first downs, and it's the 5th time he's gone over 160 yards in his Buckeye career, a new program record.
I would think most teams, the first thing they look at is how do I take away Marvin Harrison? And we targeted him 16 times. I think he was open on most 16 of those plays. And so, he showed up in a big spot today again. And, I would argue to say, and I haven't seen everybody play across the country, that it's hard for me to find somebody who's better in the country.
The bigger the game, I can't really explain it, man. The bigger the game, I just love those moments. I love playing against, a great team like that, great defense. So it's very exciting each and every year. I'm just doing my job, really. I'm out there on the field, I'm really realizing, what I'm doing. Just when the ball comes my way, just trying to make a play for my teammates. That's really all I try to do.
What he's done, especially these last few games, I think, I don't know if we've seen kind of a stretch like that, just how consistent he is, how reliable he is. So obviously you guys say it just like I do. He's done a great job, and obviously he's a lot of fun to play with.
The Silver Bullets harassed Drew Aller, just 18 of 42 passing. And for the game, Penn State just 2 of 19 on 3rd and 4th down situations.
Confidence and momentum. It's such a huge attitude about playing defense. Probably where I'm most proud of them is we got the stop in their end, and then we turned it over on the punt return, and we came right back out and stopped them again.
He says we could be going against our practice team. It doesn't matter. We always have something to prove, and we want to prove people right or wrong. And today is just another stepping stone for us. It's not the end goal. We want to go farther. So just another building block.
There's still definitely a lot of stuff from the Notre Dame game and this game that we got to improve on. But I think we're just able to pick up on that stuff. We're able to make adjustments throughout the entire week a lot better than last year.
I think it's a statement, but I think our biggest thing was being consistent, staying consistent. Not just showing up against big matchups, showing up in every game. And I think for us to do it, we hear a lot about what we were last year. There's barely any talk about what we are this year. And I think that's a lot of our motivation and wanting to continue to be a great defense for our team.
So Ohio State's dominance over the Nittany Lions continues. That is 10 wins in the last 11 meetings between the two. Next up, Ohio State hits the road to take on Wisconsin. And, of course, you know what that means. Former Ohio State assistant coach and player Luke Fickell now in his first year with the Badgers. In Columbus, Mark Kuntz, BCSN.